Welcome to my YouTube channel, Beatrice Bayou Art. Today I want to explore the theme of betrayal trauma, and as I do, I will paint a landscape that carries us from the shadows of pain to the light of hope and healing. The moments when I've created the most, and perhaps the best, have always come after life's heaviest blows. In those times of deep inner turmoil, I found my greatest motivation, learned the most, and experienced the most profound growth. Art for me is not just expression, it is a bridge from suffering to self-discovery, a way to transform the deepest wounds into something luminous. One of the greatest pains I have experienced in my life was discovering that the people I trusted the most were the ones who let me down the deepest, revealing sides of themselves I never knew existed, doing things I never believed they were capable of. And you know exactly what I mean. That is why you're here, to share this difficult experience and to begin healing your soul. Our mind reacts most painfully when betrayal comes from someone close because our brains are wired for trust and attachment. From early childhood, we learn that safety, love, and support come from those we are closest to. When that trust is broken, it shakes the very foundation of our sense of security. It's not just disappointment, it's a deep, almost physical feeling of danger because the brain signals. The people I rely on to protect me are the ones who hurt me. That's why betrayal from someone we loved feels so much heavier, and why it can take longer to heal. If you would like to paint with me while you listen, it would bring me great joy. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to use the same materials, the same colors, or even work on the same scale. There is no right or wrong here, only expression. Don't be afraid. Inside every human being lives a dormant artist, a quiet creator waiting to be invited into the light. All it takes is a little courage to let that part of you breathe. Today, I will be painting the famous steam engine, the Flying Scotsman. I have a reference photograph of the locomotive, and I also have a small model beside me. It's my son David's model, and in fact, this painting is for him. David is a great lover of trains, and he is the light of my soul, my anchor, my steady place in this world. So as I paint for him, I invite you to paint for yourself, for your healing, your memories, your hopes. Let's create together. You've been betrayed by the very people you trusted the most, the ones you built your hopes around, partners, family, friends. And betrayal is not limited to infidelity. It lives in broken promises, in lies, in hidden truths, in abandonment, in the silence of those who were supposed to stand beside you when you needed them the most. When someone you believed in, admired, and sacrificed for betrays you, it doesn't just break your heart, it reshapes your entire view of the world. Your self-esteem begins to collapse. Your sense of worth is shaken. You start questioning the fairness of life itself. You replay every moment, every word, every gesture, wondering what was real and what was an illusion. Your mind becomes a restless place. Obsessive thoughts, sleepless nights, intrusive memories, fear, emotional numbness, quiet shame. You may begin to believe that you don't deserve good people, or that humanity itself is broken, a place where trust is only a temporary illusion. What the betrayer does to you is not small. It is profoundly destabilizing. It reaches into the deepest layers of your soul. I am here to tell you that there is life after betrayal. There is healing for your soul. And there is a way back to faith in people, in love, in loyalty. You can relearn trust the same way a child learns to walk, step by step, trembling at first, falling, rising again, and slowly discovering that the world can hold you. The walls we build to keep the pain away are the very same walls that keep happiness from reaching us. Many years ago, a great thinker said, "Mankind is like an ocean. If a few drops of ocean are dirty, the ocean itself does not become dirty." So do not surrender your faith in humanity just because a few dirty drops found their way into your life. You cannot move forward believing that no one can be trusted, that you are alone in this world. Even though I, too, have been wounded many times, I came to understand something essential. My happiness is my responsibility. I choose whether I hide inside my pain or rise in victory. And no matter what storms pass through my life, here, on the summit of my becoming, clouds will come and clouds will go, but the mountain remains. The only truth that matters is this: I'm standing on a mountain that touches the sky, and I'm still here. I am a winner. And this is where art quietly enters the healing process. Because the human brain does not heal only through logic and words. It heals through experience, through emotion, through creation. When we create, when we paint, draw, write, move, build, the brain shifts. The nervous system calms. The mind steps out of survival and slowly returns to safety. Neural pathways begin to reorganize around something new: hope. This is why art is not just decoration. It is medicine. As I paint today, I'm not simply placing colors on a canvas. I'm inviting my nervous system to soften. I'm reminding my brain that beauty still exists even after betrayal. And as you create beside me, even in the smallest way, your brain is learning the same lesson. So while we move the brush, while we breathe, while we allow the colors to unfold, something inside us is quietly rebuilding itself. Not all the healing is loud. Some of it happens in silence, in stillness, in the gentle rhythm of creation. Little by little, with patience and with love, the painting came to life. The reference image showed a dark, rainy day. But on my canvas, I chose something else. I replaced the storm with sunlight, the gray sky with blue, the barren land with green hills, wildflowers, peaceful sheep grazing beneath open skies. And in that choice, there is a lesson, because this is how life is shaped. First in the mind, our lives begin to move in the direction of the thoughts that dominate us. When certain thoughts repeat long enough, they carve a path in the brain, like a river carving its bed into the earth. And once the channel is formed, everything flows through it. If your mind has been traveling for a long time through suffering, regret, despair, disappointment, unfulfilled longing, then your life will naturally continue to follow that same course. So today, we choose something different. Today, we begin to dig a new riverbed with thoughts of joy, of gratitude, of peace, of victory, of abundance, of blessing. And as this painting comes to completion, so does a new chapter within you. The canvas is ready, and soon so are you, for a life filled with fulfillment, love, and quiet peace.